guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing my best of beauty for 2017. Honestly, when I was thinking about filming this video, I was like, you know what? I don't even think I have enough products from 2017 that I've been loving. I'm like, so maybe I just won't do one. Maybe I'll kind of skip it. And then I came home and was going through all my products that I've been obsessed with this year. Like, these are just things that I have like used multiple times, like all the time. Like, there are other products that I liked during 2017, but like they did not make the cut. I wish I could show you guys what this table looks like right now, but this video is going to be long enough. I think there are more products in this video than last year, which I'm like mind blown about, because I feel like this year for makeup hasn't really been like the best. I feel like I haven't really found anything crazy, or nothing has come out that's really been like great or like revolutionary, I feel like. But I still have managed to rack up a ton of favorites. These are just products I have loved throughout the whole entire year. I mean loved. Not just liked, I mean I have loved and repurchased, and yeah. So guys, I hope you guys had a really safe new year. The reason this video is a little bit later than I wanted it to be, I mean it's only the 4th. Well, I'm filming this on the 2nd, but this is going up the 4th. I don't know, I was recovering from a hangover. I mean, I was just living my life, and yeah, that happened. So, before I ramble on too much longer, and this video is 40 minutes long, I apologize if it is. Get popcorn or a snack. You will be here a while, and let's get into the nitty-gritty of the 2017 favorites. Okay guys, so I'm going to start with the normal way that I do my face, like primer, foundation, like all of that. So first I'm going to start with primers, and I have 2 here, but I really want to mention 3. The first one I'll mention is the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I went through 2 of those this year, and I know that they kind of got really big this year. I was lucky enough to actually have them sent to me. And I'm obsessed. I need to actually repurchase because they are that good. Like, I have used it in pretty much every single tutorial. If you guys look back on my tutorials from 2017, you guys will see the Milk Makeup Blur Stick is like a staple in it every single time. I just really like the way that it made my skin look, and it really smoothed out my pores without sitting on my skin or clogging them. Because usually with a lot of pore filling primers, I will find that they will kind of fill in my pores, but then I will start to break out and all of that. So that product right there was the best primer I've used to date. I have a second one that has been a favorite of mine also for a couple years now, but I had to mention it because I have been using it a lot lately since I did run out of the Milk Makeup Blur Stick, and I like this one just as much. I think it's because the way that I use my primer is different. So I will apply my primer, and then I will set it with a beauty sponge and translucent powder. I learned that trick from Jackie Aina, and I am obsessed with it. I have not done my makeup without using that trick since. I just feel like it's necessary, and I think that it really does help with the longevity of how long my makeup lasts, and also the way that it looks. It just looks smoother and a lot better. But the second one I want to talk about is the PoreFessional. This is from Benefit. This one is pretty much all gone. It's like run its course, but I went through 2 of these this year. Obviously, this has been a really big staple of mine also, and I think it's, I don't know, I used to go in love-hate relationship. This did make it in my last year's favorites video too, and I had some like ifs about it, and I still do, but I like it enough to keep using it, so it's not that bad. The next one I use on a rare occasion, but every time I do, I am obsessed with how my skin looks, and that is the Becca that's the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, and it is this. I have used about this much of it, which is a lot for me, especially because I am oily and I do not like to look dewy at all, but I have started to kind of embrace the dewiness a little bit and not be so controlling about how matte my skin looks. So sometimes when I use this, I will apply this just on the high points of my cheeks. Maybe sometimes my chin and the center of my face, but usually I will just stick to the high points of my cheeks. That'll give me kind of like a natural glow underneath the foundation. And I am obsessed. I did buy this at Ulta when they were doing their like 21 days of whatever. This was like May or March or whatever, sometime when they did that earlier in the beginning of the year, and I'm obsessed. I think I paid 16 bucks for it, and it was definitely a good 16 bucks spent. Next are foundations, and I have a lot of foundations here. I have 4 different foundations, which is crazy. I just I had to mention them all. The first one, you guys already know, it's my absolute favorite foundation. I've repurchased this probably 3, 4, 5 times already. I know that's like a range, but it is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC15. I used to shit on this foundation all day, every day. I used to say that it would break me out. I used to say that I hated it. I don't know what I was thinking back then. I don't think I knew what makeup was or how to do makeup, but I'm obsessed. Like I said, I've repurchased this so many times, and I love this foundation. The only thing, you guys know, everyone always shits on it for this, it doesn't have a pump. That's all. I mean, that's the worst thing about it. So I'm like, really, am I gonna cry over not having a pump? Nope, I'm just gonna dump it on the back of my hand, and whatever I don't use, I always scoop back up into the thing, and I'm just like trying to be resourceful. But I love this. This keeps me matte throughout the day. I have it on right now. I've literally had it on since 8 o'clock this morning. 8 o'clock, yeah, like 8 o'clock this morning. And right now it is 7:19 at night. So almost 12 hours later, haven't touched up, and I think I'm looking pretty fire. So thanks, MAC. I'm gonna give you a little secret too, like about how long it lasts. Sometimes when I like go out and I like get a little too crazy, I'll like sleep in my makeup, which is terrible. I never usually do that, but I'll like sleep in my makeup. And then when I wake up the next day, my face still looks so good. Like literally no joke. For New Year's Eve, I slept in my makeup, which was good. And I woke up and like went and did my daily activities still with the full face of makeup on. I was like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? The foundation is so good. Just buy it. 30 bucks, buy it. The next 2 foundations I'm going to briefly mention because I don't wear them on their own, but I do mix them with the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and that is the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Long Wear Illuminating Foundation. I was mixing this just to change the color of the foundation. Really didn't change the consistency because the NC15 is a really light shade, and I feel like I don't like to be super light, so I like to mix like a tad darker of a foundation in there so I don't look so Casper the Friendly Ghost, but it still matches me. Do you guys feel me? I just don't like to be super white. I just think like the whole pale look doesn't look like that great on me, and I even contemplated going like tanning in a tanning booth again, but like I was like, I can't do that. I can't ruin my skin. Like I've done so well trying to keep my skin like on lock and not looking old, so we're rolling with it. But yeah, I would just mix that just to change the color, and it kind of sheared it out a little bit, and it just gave me like, I don't know, it just made the foundation look really, really, really nice. And I know that one of you guys had tried it and you guys said that you loved it, so good for you. I'm really obsessed. This foundation will be good if you have like really dry skin because it's the Illuminating. It is glowy. It is not really that full coverage. I mean, you could build it up to maybe a medium at max, but other than that, this is good. Kind of just like a all over, even your skin out and give you a little bit of a hydrating glow. If you guys like the natural look, clearly I do not, but to each their own. The next foundation, I have been mixing with it recently, and this was a favorite of mine last year, and this is the LA Girl. No, this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the shade 102. I mixed this one also for the color. I just like to darken my foundation a little bit. This one is a little bit on the matte side, so I think this kind of helps with keeping my foundation really matte and lasting all day. I really need to go pick up more of this because I loved these foundations on my skin last year. Like, I just loved it. I was rewatching my old Best of Beauty from 2016, and I was like, damn, my skin looked so good in it. And I was like, what am I wearing? And I was wearing this foundation, so I'm like, I need to go re-pick it up so I can like wear it by itself again, because it was so full coverage and it was matte, but it was also so lightweight on the skin and it wasn't heavy. So that is great, amazing, loves it. Guys, next are concealers, and I'm going to do an honorable mention. I do not use this concealer anymore because I don't need to, but this was a lifesaver for me in 2017. I swear to God, because this year I had started getting laser hair removal and I had gotten rid of my beard. So I had for the majority of the beginning of 2017, actually for the majority of 2017, it is what it is. Like, I don't have it anymore, but I used to. And this concealer right here was my all-time favorite concealer of all time. This was my baddie. This was my bitch of the year. And this is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Orange Corrector. So what I would do, I would just apply this all in this area of my face, and then it would just mask the 5 o'clock shadow with the foundation over top of it. I have retired this bad guy, which I'm happy to say. Honestly, I'm really happy that I don't have to use him anymore. But I had to give him an honorable mention because he was a really big part of my 2017 experience. The next two concealers I want to mention are from Kevyn Aucoin. This one is completely out. I have not thrown it away because I had thought I was going to do a video like this, so I just kind of kept it around. But this is the Kevyn Aucoin Supernatural Concealer, and this is in the shade Light EC02. I am lucky enough to be on like the Kevyn Aucoin PR team, and they send me everything, and I'm completely obsessed with that brand. Like, I didn't really like know much about it. Like, I know that like the Celestial like skin concealer or whatever that is, like was like a major hit for them. And then they came out with these and I was like so obsessed. Like this was like one of my holy grails of all time. So Kevyn Aucoin, great job there. I also have a different shade here. I have the shade Deep EC08. And I use this to cream bronze my face. You guys have seen a couple tutorials, I think, where I've used this, but I will just take this applicator, dot it around my forehead and on my cheeks, and I will go ahead and blend it out. The only thing I have to say about this is you better move quickly, because if you don't, it's going to dry, and then it's going to kind of lock and load, and then you've got sharp lines of concealer. So be careful, just move quickly. So I like to do it in sections, so I'll like do a couple dots here, blend it out, a couple dots here, blend it out, a couple dots under my cheek, blend it out, just so I can like make sure I don't have any like harsh lines or anything. So that's my little tip if you guys want to get these. Then my all-time favorite concealer of the year. I'm sure you guys know what I'm going to talk about, and that is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Completely obsessed. I have 3 right here. My shade I'm using right now is light neutral, but I have light sand and another light neutral here. Completely obsessed. Last year it was the Urban Decay Naked Concealer. I've not touched that this year at all. Never picked it up, never bought it again. I am over it. I think I'm on to bigger and better things, and this concealer is as good as everyone had said it was. I know I didn't jump on the bandwagon last year, but this year I am in it. I'm in it with this concealer. So good. So full coverage, yet so lightweight, and it doesn't really crease that much underneath my eyes. Yes, it has some creasing because it is very full coverage, but I've had concealers that crease way worse than this one, so it doesn't really stress me out that much, but I'm obsessed, and I think maybe Sephora sells it now. That could be a lie. Do not take what I say as like the Bible, but like I'm pretty sure that they sell them at Sephora now. But I get mine at Ulta, so. Alright guys, next are powders. And you guys know the first one, I'm not even going to spend that much time talking about it, but it's the CoverGirl Translucent Powder. So good. $7, $5 from the drugstore, and I am obsessed with it. Kind of reminds me of the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. I can't tell you if it gives me flashback or not, or if it's the foundation that I use, because I know that the MAC foundations give flashback, so I can't really say if it's my foundation or if it's the powder. But, I don't know, you guys can chime in the comments down below and let me know if you guys have tried this and if you guys have flashback or not. But I know that my MAC foundation has flashback, so it's like, I just deal with it. It's like, whatever, I'm already paisley white, so who really cares about the flashback? But that is my favorite powder of all time. Another one that I want to mention is like a foundation powder, and I like to use this also in areas where I want a little bit of extra coverage. And I've been using this powder like this, not this color, but I've been using like this same powder but like different shades throughout the year. The shade is Honey. It is a little bit slightly darker than what I want it to be, but it works for now. And this is the Hello Flawless by Benefit. As you guys see, I'm legitimately like hitting pan, like, well, Benefit, I'm still here. I did use the lighter one for a while, but like I said, I do not use it across my whole face. I just think that's a little too much. I'll just use it in areas where I want a little bit more coverage, like where I have like a blemish or something, you know, just simple as that. But I really like this. I like that it's super full coverage, but it's also like, it doesn't get cakey. Another one is kind of an honorable mention. This is kind of one that I take with me when I go out places because I like that it's so finely milled and it really does blot well. I don't set my whole face with this, but like I said, I use it to blot, and it's the LA Girl Pro HD Powder. This one I know gives foundation flashback, so like this will be like a night out or something where I have already taken pictures and I'm like, you know what, I kind of just have to touch up in the bathroom, and I'll just take this powder and dust it because it is so light and finely milled, it doesn't cake up. So that's what I get nervous about, like going out. Like I don't want to be like packing all this powder on like my sweaty ass face or like my oily ass face, you know what I mean? Like I want to make sure that like I'm going to still be flawless but like matte at the same time. So that is a really good touch-up powder that I have been loving. Alright guys, so I'm going to briefly mention the next couple of things because I do talk about them a lot and they're pretty much in a lot of my tutorials. The first thing I want to talk about, Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. Completely obsessed. I just like the shade of bronzer this is. It's not too orange, it's not too cool. It's like a nice like natural bronzer. I have it on my face right now. I have it on my face every single day. And I don't want you guys to think that I don't try other bronzers or different like contour powders or all of that. Like I have all of the Makeup Geek ones and I've got like a bunch of ones that are in palettes and stuff, but this one is just the only one that I can find that is like the perfect shade of like bronzer that's not too orange or too muddy or too, I don't know, just too anything. So I really like this. I think it's super natural and I can't use it in the summer that much, but as for like the winter, spring, and fall, I am all about it. Next are the blushes. I will briefly mention this. This is the Sigma Blush in Heavenly. I've used this a lot in 2017, maybe even 2016 also, but I have since found a different love, and that is the Anastasia Blush Trio in the shade Peachy Love. I love this. I love warm cheeks. I have this on my cheeks today with the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. I just kind of mix all the shades together on my Sigma. It's like the large angled contour brush. I can't remember the name offhand, but it is such a good blush. Like I said, I have it on my cheeks. I've had it on all day and I haven't had to touch it up or anything, you know, with it like fading or anything, but I love orange blushes. I think warm tones look really, really good on my skin. They just suit me really, really well, and I have been obsessed the whole year. I know that these came out and I have all the other ones, but this one is by far my favorite. Guys, we're making it through, I promise. The next is highlighters, and the first one I'm going to mention is Becca. This is the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. And this is new to me this year. I had a bunch of the other Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors, but I just, for some reason, never picked this one up until this year. And I am really glad I did. I am obsessed with it. I really, really like it. I was using this for the majority of 2017, honestly, and then I fell in love with the next one, and I just started using that like every single day because it started giving me like crazy highlighted cheeks, and I've since fallen out of love with highlight in general. I just think I like how my skin looks without highlight on it. I just think it makes me look a little bit younger, and it doesn't emphasize the texture on the top of my cheekbones because I have texture there, and highlight is going to bring all of that out, especially an intense highlight, which the next one is, and I'm pretty sure this came out this year. And this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. As you guys see, oh! I just dug into my palette. No! Well, now that that is slightly depressing, I have loved this palette. As you guys see, this middle shade right here has been my absolute favorite. I do kind of mix it with this one right here, Forever Lit. And then I have been taking a little bit of Gold Glitter, or Gold Glow Getter. Sorry, I can't read upside down. I can't believe I just dug into that, and now I'm a little bit depressed. I'm not going to lie, because that is a limited edition palette, and like I'm never going to be able to get it again because, like I said, I never got it on Black Friday because I was so stupid and just didn't get it in time, whatever the case may be, whatever. I'm so sad now. Alright guys, I'm gonna mention the lashes that I've been obsessed with. I have been obsessed with these for like the last year and a half, I think. I talk about them all the time. I wear them all the time, pretty much every tutorial. I need to branch out a little bit more, but like I think for the price, A, they're great, and B, like it's just so easy to get. Like I don't have to order the lashes online because I hate having to wait. Like, you know, like it's not that like there's not brands that are inexpensive, like Flutter Lashes, Velour. I just like hate having to wait days and days for them, you know? Like if I need something and I kind of forget and I need like a lash like last minute, hi, like I need to go to the drugstore and get it. So I've been loving the Vegas Nay Eylure Grand Glamour lashes. I have them on right now. They're just so dramatic and they're so beautiful. I also wear them like on like everyday basis. Like here today, like I just have a lash on, like of no shadow and anything, and I think that it looks really good. Yeah, they're like a little bit big, but I think that they are not like too over the top. Like it doesn't look like, damn, like all she has is lashes on, you know? So these are really great, and I think they're like $7, 11, I don't know. My price range is terrible. I buy them all the time and you'd think I would know. I think they're like $7. I think they're like 7 or 6 or something. But like so good. Like I just feel like it's so cheap and inexpensive and they last so long. Like I can get like up to 15 uses out of them. Like if I just peel the glue off every time, like I get up to so many uses out of them. So I'm like, I'm really getting the bang for my buck, when like some of these other lash brands I've had before, like you can't like peel the glue off or it like ruins the lash. There is that. Okay guys, and onto eyeshadow. I only have one palette here because honestly the world sucked at eyeshadow this year. The beauty brands sucked. Sorry, but you guys did. Like step it up. I don't know what was going on. Like I have gotten a bunch of palettes. Like I've gotten a bunch of eyeshadow palettes this year and like I'm not impressed. Like I wasn't wowed by any. Like I literally, there was one that I was obsessed with and use all the time, but other than that, I wasn't like, wow, beauty brands, you did great this year. It was just kind of like, do something different. Like, come out with a formula you haven't done before, but don't like put out a shit palette. Sorry, but like, just don't. The palette that I've been talking about and loving is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Whatever your feelings are besides her, whatever your feelings are about Morphe, this palette was worth the money, honestly. I paid, I don't know, 30 bucks, 30 something bucks. And like, look at how many shadows I'm getting. The formula is honestly good for what you're paying. Like, seriously. Like, I can't tell you how many palettes come out. They've got like 10 shades in their palette for 50 bucks. You guys are so willing to pay that. The quality be shits. And then like, you guys are like, oh, I spent this. But like, you spend 30 bucks on a palette. You get all of these shadows and the formula is like, good? Where are you? Where are you? You know, like, I've hit pan on so many of these eyeshadows because I use this palette literally every day, every time I do my makeup. Like, this has everything I need in it. Like, everything. And I'm so happy that it is staple now and, like, it's, like, not limited edition anymore. So, like, once I, like, run out of this, I will most definitely repurchase. I don't know if you guys have tried it because you've tried it, or if you haven't because you don't like her, or you haven't because you don't like Morphe, whatever the case may be. I like this palette, and this is the only palette this year that has wowed me at all. Like, I'm not saying these are the best eyeshadows I've ever used. Like, that's definitely not the case. But for, like, what I paid for them and, like, what I get out of them, like, I am happy with it. Because there are palettes this year that have come out that are just the same price, and their quality was jack shit. And there was, like, a third of the amount of eyeshadows. So, just saying beauty brands, do better, because eyeshadow better be like a 2018 thing, because if I'm using this palette for the next year and it shows up in my 2018 beauty favorites, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for all of you brands, because I'm holding this upside down, but I'm trying to emphasize. I need something more. Like, I like this, but I want something different. Give me something different, brands. Give me something. Now that rant is over, let's move on to the lip products. There's not that many here because I really haven't been a fan of anything like crazy on the lips this year, but this shade right here, it's been my bitch. I swear to God, I've worn this in like 3, 4, 5 videos, and I'm obsessed with it every time. It is the Jeffree Star and Manny MUA I'm Shook liquid lipstick. Completely obsessed. Formula, amazing. Color, I am not usually a red person. I'm not usually a girl who likes to wear red on my lips. I think it makes me look like, sometimes it makes me look too washed out, but like this color right here is the perfect red for me. It is like a pinky red, whatever the case may be. The formula is amazing. Like, I don't care, again, what your feelings are about Jeffree or his brand or whatever. I'm not here to spill my feelings on anybody or whatever the case may be, but I'm gonna let you know, I really like the formula. I like the thin consistency. It's a little bit watery, but that's perfect because, like, then it just doesn't get gloppy and, like, thick and clumpy on the lips. I feel like a lot of liquid lipsticks have that thick, creamy formula, and that's when they start to feel super heavy and super cracky and super drying. But this one, so lightweight, it's really watery and goes on so smooth, and I love it. So there's that. Also, another brand came out with some really good lipsticks this year, and that is Anastasia Beverly Hills. This was different for them. I really liked the packaging. I thought it was really cute. It was really sleek, like black with their little logo on the top. It kind of reminds me of their foundation packaging. And it has like the little logo on the side that says Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in the shade Kiss. I have used this one many times before, but I wanted to bring this down, or I wanted to show you guys just like one of them. I really like the formula. They are matte, but they're not like the super drying matte like a Ruby Woo. Like if you guys have tried Ruby Woo from MAC, and you guys know how like you can't even like put that on your lips because it's so dry. You have to like pull and peel your skin off to get it on. But that's not the case with these. These are matte, but they are a little bit they are creamy when they go on. You don't have to lose like 7 layers of skin on your lips to like get this to work. You feel me? Okay guys, so we have skincare, one hair care item, and we're done. So what I want to talk about next is the Chi Keratin Silk Infusion. Since I have bleached my hair blonde, there has been some damage that has come along with it. Not a lot. Not a lot. I did bleach my hair 4 times in 1 month. Do not do that. I do not recommend it. But I wanted to be this blonde by my birthday, and I had like 2 weeks time to do it. And I was like, let's just bleach it out. Like when in doubt, bleach it out. No? Definitely don't do that. But I wanted to be this blonde by my birthday, and I needed like a big change in my life. So I went blonde, but I have needed a lot of help with my hair. I didn't want it to fall out or die, but I've been using this every time I go and blow dry or straighten it, or just like wash my hair in general. I will apply a dime size to a quarter size amount in the palm of my hand, and I will apply it all throughout my hair. Be careful, it can make your hair look a little bit oily, but I feel like it's been amazing for me, saving my life with not making my hair like look super damaged, and especially because bleaching it 4 times in a month. So on to skincare. So what I want to talk about first is the cleanser, and this came out this year. It's the Glam Glow Galactic Cleanse Hydrating Jelly Balm Cleanser, and I have loved this. This is completely almost gone. I have the other one upstairs of the white version of this, but I love this. I am lucky enough to be on the Glam Glow PR team, which came from Heaven Send. Like, I don't know how that happened. Like, who am I? Like, literally nobody, but I love Glam Glow. I've been a staple fan of them since I've worked at Sephora, and this year was so good. I really like cleansers that are the oil to like, I don't know, like you apply this dry and it's like oily, not oily, but it's like a thicker, like, but you could feel it's like oily, and it breaks down all the makeup because oil cuts oil. And I love this. I will take my makeup off with a makeup wipe first, and then I will use this to get whatever the makeup wipe didn't get. And I'm obsessed. This is so good. This is a hydrating one, so I've been using this more in the winter time because obviously, like, I don't want my skin to look dry, cracked, and any of that. And it's like so good and so worth the money. So next is a moisturizer, and this is the Sephora Intensive Instant Moisture Cream. I've talked about this before on my channel. I really like this. This is a repurchase, so it's not anything crazy, but I need a moisturizer this time of year. My skin has changed a lot, especially being on hormones. For the past 2 years, my skin has changed so much, and I've noticed that in the wintertime, my skin is very dry. Like, my skin has been the driest it's ever been this year, like bad, like eczema bad, and I'm like, what is happening to me? Like, I don't know what's going on, but my hormones have like screwed up my whole life, so whatever, there's nothing I can do about it, but I'm just trying to combat it with doing a lot of moisturizing, and this one has been great, and it's the brand Sephora. Like, it's nothing crazy expensive. It's like 25 bucks, I think, and this jar will last like a while. The next mask I want to talk about is a clay mask. It's a charcoal mask, and this is from Origins. It's called the Clear Improvements Mask. I used this a lot in the beginning of the year before I got the Glam Glow mask, which is the Super Mud Clearing one. I'm going to talk about that next, but I've kind of been going back and forth. Sometimes I will mix these two together. Like, I will put this in the center of my face, like the Glam Glow in the center of my face, and I'll put this on the outside of my face, because I did have a little bit of a reaction one time to this Glam Glow mask, and I know that people have said it before, but like, it really like burned my skin. It like kind of gave me like a sunburn kind of, and I'm not sure if it was like a hormonal thing or if it was because I got laser done like a couple days before that. I'm not sure what happened, but like I've kind of been a little bit scared to put this all over my face again, so I've been just putting it in the center of my face, like here, my nose, and my chin. But I do love this. This is really expensive. Like these are like $70. Like they're really expensive. But I can't emphasize how good the masks are. Like they are so good. And they, like, I will do this like a week before if I have an event or if I have something on the weekend that I have to go to or I want my skin to look exceptionally well. I will do this a week prior because you don't want to do it like 3 or 4 days before because it'll start pulling all the stuff out of your face. You may break out a little bit before, but like it's going to pull everything out. And then you're going to see it when it dries. Like you can see like all these like dark like dots and stuff, and that's like everything that's pulling out of your skin. It's crazy. Like literally crazy. But I am obsessed with this mask so much. This one is also good. It's just not as intense. So that's why I like to apply it like on the outer perimeter of my face, because what is really going to be like out there, you know? Okay guys, the last product of the year. Oh my goodness, I've been talking for so long and I feel bad this video is already long enough, but what am I gonna do? I just never shut up. But this is the Glam Glow Dream Duo Overnight Transforming Treatment, and this is pretty much all gone. Like, obsessed. It's like on a step 1, step 2. I will use this. I was using this as like just a moisturizer for a while because it was so intensely hydrating and my skin was so intensely dry that I needed to kind of like combat it like with like an extra hydrating moisturizer. But I was using this when I first got it as like an overnight treatment, kind of like once a week, and I would apply it on my skin like heavily, and like I would let it sit in overnight, and the next morning I would wash it off, obviously when I washed my face. But now I just use it as a moisturizer because like I'm like, please, I need all the hydration I can get because my skin is literally gonna look like a shriveled up prune in a minute. So I'm gonna look 90 years old in about 10 days, so it's fine. Okay guys, that is all that I have for 2017. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys are having a really good start to your 2018. I know that I am. I am having a really good start, and we're just gonna keep our fingers crossed that it stays that way. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to let me know what you guys have been loving in the comments down below, and let me know if we've had any favorites that are kind of similar or the same, or if you guys disagree with any of my favorites. Let me know why it didn't work for you. I'm always curious. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already, and join the family and give us a big thumbs up. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video.